Jackie Christie has always been known as someone who doesn't break easily. If you've ever watched Basketball Wives, you'd know she's tough, bold, outspoken, and not the kind of woman who cries in public. She's handled drama, arguments, and all kinds of situations on camera without flinching. But recently, something changed. For the first time, Jackie appeared on social media with tears in her eyes and shaky hands. The woman who always kept her cool was visibly upset. In that emotional video, she made a surprising claim. Jackie said that former NBA star and Hall of Famer Chris Webber had misused her name without her consent, possibly to trick people into investing in a business deal that turned out to be shady. She didn't just hint at it, she explained what happened, gave names, and made it clear this was more than just gossip. According to her, this wasn't reality TV drama, this was the beginning of a real-life financial scandal, and she was caught in the middle of it without even knowing. Let's rewind a bit. Back in 2021, Chris Webber launched a cannabis business called Players Only Holdings. It was presented as a company that would promote social justice, giving opportunities to underrepresented communities in the cannabis industry. The idea sounded noble, and Chris had the fame to draw attention. Investors got involved, and everything looked promising on the surface. Jackie says she supported the idea because she believed in the mission. She even talked about the company publicly and went to an event. But she insists she was never a partner or a consultant, she was just trying to be helpful. What she didn't know, though, was that behind her back, people were using her name as if she was a key part of the company. She claims that her name appeared on documents given to investors, listing her as a brand consultant, even though she never signed any contracts or gave permission. She made it clear in her live stream, "If my name is on those papers, someone either forged my signature or added it without asking. I'll take this to court if I have to." After she spoke out, fans started digging and found documents online that did, in fact, list her as part of Webber's venture. That's when things got serious. Some people assumed it was just reality TV drama, but others, especially longtime fans of Jackie, could see this was different. She wasn't being dramatic, she looked genuinely heartbroken. To make things worse, Jackie said that instead of hearing from Chris to clear things up, she received a letter from a law firm telling her to stop talking about it. A cease and desist letter, not a phone call, not a text, just a legal threat. But Jackie didn't back down. She went live again, more determined than ever, and hinted that she had evidence, screenshots, recordings, and messages from people close to the situation that supported her side. If they want a fight, she said during one live stream, they picked the right one. Her husband, Doug Christie, wasn't surprised. People close to the couple say Doug had warned Jackie about Chris Webber years ago. The two were teammates on the Sacramento Kings, but behind the scenes, there had always been tension. They weren't close friends. Doug had seen things in Chris that made him cautious, but Jackie had always been the type to see the good in people. So when Chris returned years later with what seemed like a mission to uplift the community through cannabis, Jackie didn't hesitate to lend her voice. She promoted the cause, mentioned it on a podcast, and attended one event, but that was it. She never agreed to be a face of the company or to be listed as a partner. That's what hurt her the most. She believed she was doing something good, and instead, it turned out she was being used. One of the most alarming pieces of evidence was a message from someone connected to Chris's team. It said, "Jackie's name sells. If she's on board, people will write checks. Just get her to post once." Jackie says she never saw that message until a former associate sent it to her, along with voice recordings of Chris talking about how her reputation made the deal look legitimate. When Doug saw that, he stepped in. He hadn't said much at first, but once the proof came out, he reportedly told Jackie, "You have to protect your name. This isn't just personal, it's business." That was a turning point. Jackie realized this wasn't just about being taken advantage of. It could hurt her family, their future, and everything they had built. Soon after, things started falling apart. A brand partnership Jackie had been working on suddenly dropped her. A company she had collaborated with for years stopped returning her calls. She could feel the doors closing. And that's when the fear kicked in, not just of a legal battle, but of being silenced completely. But Jackie didn't disappear. She announced that she was putting together a legal team and hinted at civil action against anyone who used her image or forged her name. Then, the real bombshell dropped. A former employee from Chris's side contacted Jackie and shared a voicemail. In it, a voice that sounded exactly like Chris's said, "Just say Jackie's part of it. She doesn't have to show up. Her name alone makes it look clean." Jackie played that message over and over. That was the moment it all clicked. This wasn't a misunderstanding, it was a plan. She immediately gave the recording to her lawyers. They began building a case, collecting emails, texts, investor materials, and screenshots. One attorney said the evidence clearly pointed to fraud and intentional deception. Jackie's name had appeared in press kits for other failed businesses, two things she never even heard about. Even worse, investors began stepping forward. One claimed they had lost $50,000 because they thought Jackie was involved. "I only signed on because she was listed in the strategy," they said. "If she wasn't really part of it, then we were all misled." That quote went viral, especially on Instagram and Black Twitter. People started using the hashtag #StandWithJackie and asking, "Where is Chris Webber?" Celebrities weighed in, sharing cryptic posts and stories, and the energy shifted. Jackie wasn't seen as just a reality star anymore, she became a voice for those who've had their names used without permission. Meanwhile, Chris Webber stayed silent. No tweets, no press statements. His publicist wouldn't comment, and even his company's website went down for maintenance. Fans called it the most suspicious silence they'd ever seen. But Jackie kept going. She went live, posted updates, and answered messages from supporters. "This isn't just about me," she said. "It's about every woman who's ever been told to sit down and stay quiet while her name was being used. I'm not staying quiet." And she meant it. Jackie Christie is no longer just a cast member from a reality show. She's a woman standing up for her name, her truth, and her power no matter what it costs. So, where does Jackie Christie go from here? She's not just fighting for her reputation anymore, this has turned into something much bigger. Jackie has become the face of a larger issue, how easily powerful people can misuse someone's name, especially a woman's, without consent, and expect them to stay silent. But Jackie isn't built like that. She's standing tall, and she's making it clear she won't be used, silenced, or threatened. Chris Webber's silence speaks volumes. No statements, no apologies, and not a single effort to make things right publicly. And while his team stays quiet, Jackie's doing the opposite. She's speaking out for herself and for every person who's ever been taken advantage of behind closed doors. This isn't just celebrity drama. It's about legal consequences, broken trust, and what it means when someone tries to profit off your name without your knowledge. Jackie said it best, "This isn't about revenge. This is about truth and accountability." She's got lawyers. She's got receipts. And now, she's got the support of people who see past the headlines. Because this isn't about being famous. It's about being right. Whether Jackie wins in court or not, she's already done something powerful. She took control of the story. She didn't let shame or fear keep her quiet. She went public, stood her ground, and refused to let anyone rewrite her truth. And that's what makes this more than just a scandal, it's a warning to anyone who thinks they can play with someone's name and walk away untouched. So if you've been watching this unfold, if you felt inspired by Jackie's strength or angered by what she's been through, let your voice be heard. Share her story. Use your platforms. Because silence protects the wrong people. Jackie Christie is showing us what real courage looks like. And whether you're a fan of hers or not, one thing's for sure, she's not done fighting. And this story? It's far from over. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more updates as this case continues to develop. And let us know in the comments, do you believe Jackie? Or is there more to this story we haven't heard yet? Stay tuned. Stay sharp. And always stand for the truth. If you felt inspired by Jackie's strength or angered by what she's been through, let your voice be heard. Share her story. Use your platforms. Because silence protects the wrong people. Jackie Christie is showing us what real courage looks like. And whether you're a fan of hers or not, one thing's for sure, she's not done fighting. And this story? It's far from over. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more updates as this case continues to develop. And let us know in the comments, do you believe Jackie? Or is there more to this story we haven't heard yet? Stay tuned. Stay sharp.